Episode 7. Inside the Everything Already Happened studio. And I told you I'd mess something up. And I will.
What's your favorite word?
Productivity.
Okay. What's your least favorite word?
I really probably should have thought this out first. Dressage.
And what does that mean?
That's the one where the horses dance.
Okay. What turns you on creatively?
Uniqueness. Like when musically, if you don't sound like everyone else, or, literally, is that the word for, like, literature? I can say, like, musically. Can you say, is literally? So, okay, literally as pertaining to, like, literature. You write different from everybody else. You do something different from everybody else. I don't mean like a gimmick. I mean, like, unique. And then at that point, it doesn't really matter what style it is or anything like that. If it's unique and different and awesome, then I like awesome.
What turns you on spiritually?
That almost seems like a messed up thing to answer. Like, if I'm like God, is that me saying that God turns me on? Because that seems like something that a psychopath would say. So, what turns me on spiritually is Greek mythology.
All right. What turns you on emotionally?
Greek mythology. No. What turns me on emotionally is nature, is the weather, is the mountains, is the sun and the stars and the views that we get, and the beauty that is stuff that man cannot create.
What sound or noise do you love?
Now, you know what sound turns me on is the sound of a crowd that is all feeling the same thing all at the same time. So, like, sporting events, it happens, but not just every game. I mean, when something really special happens at that game, when a championship is won, or when it's a game that has some kind of meaning to it. I think that when you got 20, 30,000 people all making this sound, the one that comes to mind I had mentioned in an earlier video was the Boston Bruins, when everybody started singing the national anthem after the marathon bombings, and that sound of all the people feeling the same thing all at once audibly, that sound.
What sound do you hate?
Yankee fans. Ticking clocks, but like at night. I mean, I can hear them in neighbors' houses. Like, I don't like ticking clocks or dripping faucets or any kind of noise at night.
Okay. What profession other than your own would you like to have?
I'd like to be a pyrotechnician. One of the coolest things I ever saw was at a fireworks display at my hometown high school, where they put them off on the 4th of July. They do a pretty good job over there. And I got to see the point where they were actually lighting them off, the point on the ground. I could see through the bushes, and there was these like 10-foot tall plumes of fire as they shot these things into the air. And that was a way cooler show than what I was seeing up there. And it interested me, but I just burned myself. I burned myself cooking.
What job would you hate to have?
Pyrotechnician, because I would burn myself badly. I mean, fireman, police officer. I mean, I obviously, I have so much respect for these guys, but I would not want to have to be, to make those decisions and then to have to be put into those places. So, thank you to every fireman, police officer, soldier, for what you guys do that I don't have to do because you do it. Thank you for protecting me and my son and my family, and thank you for doing it voluntarily again so that I don't have to.
If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
say, well, it would probably be a pretty bad thing that God was there, because isn't St. Peter the one who mans that? So, like, and I mean, that's going to depend which one, which God. Like, is this just God? Now, is this Christian God? Is Jesus there? Because I feel like if Jesus is there, then whatever God would have to say would be a bit censored. You know what I mean? Like, I watch what I say when my son's around. So I imagine the same would go for God. But if, you know, what if Jews are right and God is just a guy? I don't know. I mean, he would say something. I probably wouldn't be able to understand the language anyway. If he was speaking English and it was just God, and he didn't have any family members around anywhere, just God, and it was like, you know, it was like that one God, the same God, there was that guy. I would want him to say, you know, hi. This should completely go without saying, but it never does, and I figure there's a reason for that, so I won't leave it without saying. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Everything already happened is filmed by professionals and under the supervision of professionals. Please don't try this at home. Alright, that's why stupid stuff is done on YouTube, so that you can watch it and not have to do it at home. Alright, I'm home. I'll do it. Please don't try this at home. Okay, the proper safety precautions have been taken, and it's just don't. Then everything already happened yet again. That's what happens when you do that, and then you shoot at it. Interestingly enough, it only went through on that one side, but yeah, it's pretty well. It's pretty well haggard. So there you go. I told you I'd mess something up, and I did. Thank you very much for watching this week, and I hope you enjoyed getting inside the Everything Already Happened studio. Anyways, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, favorite, subscribe, mostly. Tell your friends, share, and thanks, special thanks to our special guest, cameraman today, and Triggerman. Thanks, Ty, and yeah. So thanks for watching, and see you next Tuesday. That worked better than the BB gun.